Hello, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Now vs. Nostalgia, podcast about movies, TV shows, and video games of the past. Today is 3/25.
3/25.
Which is the day that Seabass will meet you in the restroom. We're talking about Dumb and Dumber a little bit. Today's episode is all about Pulp Fiction, but to date, this one we're recording, it is 3/25, and Dumb and Dumber Day, Seabass Day. We're just kind of talking off mic about Dumb and Dumber and stuff like that. Terrible sequel. It was disappointing. It's a movie that, like, everybody, excited for. It has some good parts.
Mm-hmm.
But, overall, not happy.
Not happy with it.
Now, Dumb and Dumber, the original favorite, what's your favorite scene?
Whoo, let's see.
There's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones, man. Oh my gosh.
I know mine.
What's yours?
My favorite scene in there, and it's something so subtle and stuff like that, is when he first meets, the girl. He goes to her house and he knocks on the door.
Yes.
And she's like, hold on, let me get his stuff. I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
And she walks away and he just grabs his heart. He's like, oh, like she just is, I don't know why, but that every time that cracks me up so much and stuff like that. It's just like he literally gets hit by Cupid so hard. It's just like, he's got that just pain, man. It cracks me up, man.
Mine, I always go to that scene because I saw this movie at the movie theater.
Oh, wow.
So my favorite scene, a friend and I, we went, was when, whatchamacallit has the laxatives and he goes to the toilet. Cause we all, like, I've been there before when you go to someone's house and like you want to make sure the toilet works and there's toilet paper.
Oh man.
And if you don't have these two things, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like you got to go. There's no waiting. There's no stopping it. You need a bathroom. You want to make sure everything works. And if it doesn't,
and that can ruin a relationship. That can ruin a lot.
Yeah, he was on a date, man.
Yeah. Cause I had, my old apartment I used to have was like, it was weird designed. Mm-hmm. And like, I guess it was the master bedroom for the apartment or whatever. But the bathroom was part of the bedroom. Mm-hmm. So like you had the bedroom and then you walked over and you had like the sink that was, and then like right behind it was a closet. Yeah. And then you had this little bathroom. It was like a shower, a toilet, stuff like that. So like, it's connected to the room. Mm-hmm. It's not very big. So if you're in the bathroom, if you wanted to hear what was going on in the bathroom, you could hear it. 'Cause it wasn't hard. It wasn't. So I had this like game I would play and stuff like that. I was, I was in a relationship or whatever. I was dating, what was going on. If a girl went to the bathroom, it was the humming game. I just like, cup my hands over my ears. Mm-hmm. Or put the TV up a little louder. Cause I didn't want to imagine. I don't want to hear it. We all do it, but I don't want to hear it.
Rather this episode of, cause I watched Seinfeld is way too much. Mm-hmm. When that episode where George had to go to the bathroom and he's on a date with someone. So he had to leave.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Cause yeah, you have some air freshener, you got a match, whatever you need.
Yeah, dude, you gotta set a fire.
Light a candle before you go in there, just be cool about it and stuff like that.
Yeah. Cause I've had, this, when the girl, one of my friends, but this chick came to my house and she used my bathroom. Dude, it was so bad.
See, yeah.
It was so bad we couldn't even walk in the bathroom. It was like, this odor was so thick that it pushed you back out the door. And we had a window. I love bathrooms that have windows. At least you can put the window up and kind of wave the stuff out. But man, I don't know what kind of stuff she did or what she ate, but it killed my bathroom. We stayed out of that thing for.
Just walking there with a flamethrower.
Potpourri was not fixing that, man. So that was awful.
So yeah. Anyway, I think I told you that terrible story about the old folks home, man, when I was sick.
Oh, yes. So yes.
I'll leave that out. We'll talk about happy thoughts today. Yeah. Not ruining people's lives. Bathroom stories.
Happy thought.
But anyway, the Dumb and Dumber, the last thing we'll say about this, we just wanted to mention it because it is Seabass Day.
Seabass Day.
The extended cut, which I will give up so you can watch it. There's a couple extra scenes that are extended, and Seabass is one of the scenes.
Oh, okay.
That's extended. But the other scene that's extended is the part where he's about to go skiing with her.
Yeah.
And he's got that orange, like, freaking jumpsuit on.
Yes.
Well, when he first comes out, he doesn't have the shorts on.
Really?
Yeah. And it's just, everything is there. And he's just like, how's this look? And he's like, oh, you think you might need something.
Yeah.
That's when he puts the shorts on.
Oh, okay.
But, that made it unrated. And a couple things here and there. But But yeah, good stuff. A scene that's at the ski lodge that's extended. I said Seabass, a couple of things. But today, Pulp Fiction, 1994. Do you remember the first time you seen this movie?
Recently.
First time you seen it recently?
First time I've seen it from beginning to end, all the way through without like leaving the room. I've seen it whereas it's playing like in the background.
Right.
So it's on. I've been to people's houses. They've had it on, but we always end up doing something else.
Right, yeah, this is a long movie. It's 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Man, this was my go-to, like, put on for a date with a girl, come over or something.
Really?
Because, like, it had the funny stuff in it. It had the intro, you know, and it was long, so you know, you had to worry about anything else, mess with the TV, kind of put the TV on, whatever. But I saw it, the first time I saw it, I was working at the video store. And everybody was talking, you know, coming in and renting it all the time. It was always being checked out and stuff, so I decided to watch it. And blew me away right away. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. This is the movie for me. Yeah. You know, my generation, speaking to me on my levels, you know. I've never seen a movie where they talk like this, you know, people interact and stuff. The conversations were great. You know, I'd sit there and I used to watch this movie. I'd stay up all night playing EverQuest. So I would have my TV on one side of the room, kind of tilted towards me. Yeah. I have my VHS tapes, and there's a couple movies I'd watch all the time. It's like Clerks, Jay and Silent Bob, Dogma. You know, cause I'm up from 7, 8 o'clock at night to like 6, 7 in the morning. So I'm watching like 2 or 3 movies. Yeah. And this movie was on heavy rotation. You know, you put it on, got something going on in the background. You're sitting there waiting for a group, sitting there playing the game, you know, you kind of just watch it. So I've probably seen this movie well over 100 times. Easy. And then I kind of hadn't watched it. I think I had it on DVD when it came out on DVD. I watched all the special features. Then I just kind of hadn't watched it, really sat down and watched it about 5+ years at least. So this was kind of watching it now with, you know, eyes of a little bit more mature adult, I guess. Yeah. Parent, some other things changed, you know, so a couple things that stood out to me. Also kind of doing more research and kind of reading more fan stuff about it. A couple of things I noticed more. We'll definitely get into, but I can tell you I remember it came out in 1994. The first time I actually had watched it with other people and stuff was it was at a party. There was a group of about 6, 7 people there, and it's one of my things that my friends to this day he still wants to kill a couple of us for. He had hooked up with it was this girl he had really liked, and they were going to hook up, and like the deal was going to be done. Yeah. So we were all hanging out in the backyard and stuff like that. The parents were there being, you know, didn't know what was going on. We had a tent out there, you know, and the tent was going to be where the deed was going to be done. And well, our job was to kind of stand guard, hang out in the backyard, so that the tent could be, you know, where the treaty was going to be signed. So we're out there doing that. Well, much of us used to smoke, you know, so we're sitting there smoking cigarettes, and there's this Dr. Pepper on the ground. So people were smoking cigarettes and stuff, and they would, one of my friends dipped too. Friend, I won't say his name. But a bunch of us didn't want a cigarette butts everywhere and stuff like that. So we're looking around, put a cigarette butts, we put them in this Coke can. Yeah. Dr. Pepper and stuff. So my other friend, he's inside the tent, you know, and it's summer day. Yeah. It was just, we had it on, this movie on tape. So, and it came out in October. So probably, this following summer. Cause I remember it was really warm. At night, it was kind of dark, but, he's in the tent, came out sweating from signing that treaty. And, first thing he does, and we're not even paying attention, is reach for his Coke. Oh! Man takes a big old sip of that Dr. Pepper. He spits it out everywhere. And I mean, literally, people had put like 4 or 5 cigarette butts in there. Yeah. Probably spitting it. You know, like, so like, you know, you just got to the top of Everest, and then somebody just spit in your face. But yeah, he was just like, what the hell? And he started, like, we were like, oh my god, dude, don't. And like, he started dumping it out, and like, it was just,
Why would you do it? Why would he drink that?
Because it's his Coke.
But it's been sitting out there, so I wouldn't drink it.
He came out of that tent, he didn't know we did that. He was in there, you know, came out.
I'm thinking, did he not know you?
Well, he didn't know we were doing that, because we were like, somebody was,
I wouldn't drink it. Even if I knew it was mine, and I could trust y'all, I wouldn't drink it. I was like, give me a new one, nice fresh Coke. That one is done.
Wait. But yeah, like I said, this movie really got me a fan of Quentin Tarantino. I had to go back and watch his older stuff. I had to watch Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, see, I saw those first.
Yeah. Then I had to go watch True Romance, which he's not a director. He's a writer. We talked about it.
Yeah.
And of course, anything came out after that I wanted to watch, like, man, what's going to follow that? Jackie Brown. Oh my God, it's going to be amazing, And Jackie Brown originally was a disappointment for me. I've grown to like it and enjoy it over time. And I had the soundtracks for all of his movies.
Yeah.
Kill Bill came out. We saw it at the movies.
Yeah.
Excited for that.
That's the one I didn't like. I didn't like Kill Bill.
Kill Bill?
Yeah.
Mixed bag. Liked it originally when it came out. I loved the first half. Second half, it couldn't meet the expectations I had set for it. Especially with the first half. Because the first half, I think, is still great.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the first half more than the second. And the funny thing is, I've seen the first half at least 4 times more than I've seen the second. Probably seen the first half like 50 times. Second half probably seen like 4 times. Because I had it on tape waiting for the second one to come out. Yeah. So it was like a year gap between them.
Yeah.
And I was watching, I had it like memorized. So the second one is more drama. The first one's got a lot more action. So yeah, it's there was always supposed to be like the ultimate cut, which is supposed to have everything put in one movie. Yeah. The black and white scene is like colorized, and I don't think that, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, it has never come out. His other movies, he had one after Django. What was before Django?
Before Django, I don't know. After Django was Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight, which comes out next week.
I saw it.
We already dated ourselves.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. Get the Best Buy Steelbook. So yeah, 4 Rooms. He directed one of the short stories in it, the last one, which I love that movie. I love the second half of that movie.
Yeah.
He did Grindhouse. He did Death Proof on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Inglourious Bastards.
So, yeah.
Love Inglourious Bastards.
I still hadn't seen that one.
Great film. Great film. Yeah, definitely highly recommend. I give that movie probably like a solid 9.
Wow. Okay.
And for pretty much like 2 scenes alone, it's awesome. Love it.
2 scenes.
I mean, the whole movie I enjoyed. He had a part in From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah.
Right on there. And then of course Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Hateful Eight. And apparently it's announced. I don't know how true this is, but Kill Bill 3.
Oh, Lord.
So, whatever he's going to do with that.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Because David Carradine ain't around.
No, he's not.
He's killed in the show, and he ain't alive in real life.
Never help.
But yeah, like this movie, I became a big fan of. Like this movie put Tim Roth on the map for me. I want to watch a lot more his movies, and then when I saw Reservoir Dogs, I liked it more. Saw 4 Rooms, I liked it more. And I started watching some of his other stuff, and I was like, unless Tarantino's directing him, I'm not,
Yeah.
He did the movie called Deceiver, which I talked about in here. It's kind of a smaller little movie with him. He was an Incredible Hulk, Just kind of hit or miss. But a big actor in here that I don't think I had ever seen before.
Yeah.
Well, knew who he was. I had seen him, but the man himself, Samuel Jackson.
Samuel!
This is the movie that put him on the map.
Yeah, this one. I was thinking this was like John Travolta's comeback too.
It was his comeback. Yeah, we'll get him too. But Samuel Jackson, I'll go with him first. Let's say, is this his best known film? What do you think?
This one? I don't know. I don't think it shouldn't be his best known film. I'm trying to think of something else.
I mean, besides this, I think he's probably best known for being Nick Fury now.
Nick Fury. Yeah, maybe what you call it in the Star Wars.
Mace Windu.
Yeah, those movies, more, people would have seen.
Yeah.
Some, what we call it, Tarantino's films. It's not like
he's in everything.
Yeah.
Much. Yeah,
it's not the kids are going to see Samuel. Or at least they shouldn't.
Well, he was a lot of he was a lot of side characters, background characters and stuff like that. He was in Goodfellas, Exorcist, Mo Better Blues.
I'm trying to think of some,
Jungle Fever.
He's been in some of Spike Lee's stuff.
Yeah, he's popped in there.
He was the Negotiator, that's the movie Negotiator.
Yeah. Well, first movie I've ever seen him in before I really knew who he was.
Yeah.
Was National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon.
Really? Oh yeah. Yeah, he was in that movie.
and then probably after that was Jurassic Park. That was
that's right. Yeah.
Menace to Society. He was in True Romance, very small part. But yeah, like Pulp Fiction was like his big one.
Big one.
And then after that, after that, if he wasn't big then, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah.
Him up too.
That's right.
And then, you know, a lot of stuff. Great White Hype, Time to Kill. Another one he got a bunch of awards for.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Brown, like him in Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown.
I've been playing Marvel Heroes a lot.
Yeah.
And there's one of the, I think it's for Punisher, but one of his skills is assault rifle. And it says, when you absolutely gotta kill everyone in the room. Sphere, Out of Sight. Like you said, The Negotiator. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Deep Blue Sea. Shark Aiming. Shaft.
I forgot he did Shaft.
Yep. Triple X. Which he's gonna be for the sequel.
Really?
Yep.
So which, the one with Vin Diesel?
Yeah, he's coming back.
All right. Was he in the second one?
No.
He was in the second one? Nobody was in the second one, huh? Ice Cube, and that's about it.
Samuel might have been in it. I don't know. I've never seen it.
The second one?
I didn't like the first one enough.
That would keep you from watching the second one.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I'm in the mood for a dumb action movie. I'd watch the second one.
Yeah.
I won't go to the movies.
Huh?
I won't go to the movies and see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah. What about Snakes on the Plane?
Never seen Snakes on the Plane.
It's something.
Yeah. What else? Samuel Jackson. Grand Theft Auto. He was awesome in there. He's Tenpenny.
Yeah.
San Andreas.
Tenpenny.
He was Frozone and Incredibles. That needs a sequel.
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah, he wasn't in the Triple X sequels for the person that was yelling at the.
Oh, all right.
Snakes on the Plane. Black Snake Moan. That's a good movie.
Yes, I did have seen that one.
Yeah, Christine Ricci. That's a good movie.
It wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Not either. Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
Yep. 1408. Of course, and then like all the Marvel stuff, which is a ton of that. I don't think anything else that really pops up. The other guys, that was great. Boondocks.
He was in Boondocks?
Mm-hmm. He's Gin Rummy.
Oh, you talking about the cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And Django, Turbo, Oh Boy. I didn't watch the new one. RoboCop. And Kingsman.
Kingsman.
They're making a sequel to that.
Oh, really? All right.
Yeah.
So Kingsman is getting one. John Wick is getting one.
I'm trying to remember who got. It's a female that's going to be the villain in the sequel.
So how is what you call it? Well, he's not going to be in the sequel, but
and other stuff he has coming out. A remake of The Blob.
Oh, really? Another one?
Yeah, a new Tarzan. The Mrs. Pettigreen's Home for the Peculiar Children. Triple X, of course. They got the new Blazing Samurai, and then of course the new Kong. Skull Island.
Another Kong?
Yep, Skull Island already has a ride and everything set up for it.
I know.
Next person we'll talk about this movie, John Travolta. Best known.
Saturday Night Fever.
Grease. Grease.
Yeah, Grease. Forgot about Grease. Darn it.
Oh my God. Welcome back, Cotton, of course. Boy in a Plastic Bubble. Urban Cowboy. Staying Alive. That's his big ones. And then he kind of, not too much. Look Who's Talking. Was big in the 80s and stuff like that. He had a couple of those. But this was kind of like his comeback.
Yeah, this is more like,
cause after he did this, he did a bunch of movies, like back to back.
Yep.
White Man's Burden, Get Shorty, Broken Arrow, Phenomenon, Michael.
Yep.
Face Off. Thin Red Line, General's Daughter, all those movies came out around the same time, and of course, one of your favorites, Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth.
If he was climbing that mountain, that was the top where he fell off. No, he actually did better stuff after that, Swordfish. Domestic Disturbance, that's a bad movie.
Is it?
I watched it because I used to, Vince Vaughn being Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
But yeah. He was in The Punisher, the villain in there.
Yeah.
Wild Hogs, never seen that.
I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it, but,
He has something called, I Am Wraith coming out. And of course, he's now in the, currently, I don't know if they're doing a second season or not.
Of what?
Of, American Crime Story. The People versus OJ.
Yeah.
Which, we're kind of thinking about, we were talking about it off, the other day. The series is called American Crime Story.
Yeah.
And the first season is O.J. Simpson. Yeah. So I guess second season they can do a different crime case. So I was just trying to think of what they would do next.
What's that guy's name that they tried to get for murdering his wife? The dude with the crazy hair. I can't think of his name. He had like this crazy looking afro. I can't think of this man's name.
No one.
He was, what did he play as? Wasn't he Columbo? Not Columbo. Oh, man. But it happened after the OJ case. They tried to put him in jail for, said he killed his wife or one of his ex-wives or something. I can't think of this man's name. It's tip of my brain.
Oh.
But he got off too. I think he did.
Next person in this film we'll talk about is Bruce Willis.
Bruce
Willis. First movie I ever seen him in was Blind Date.
Really?
Yeah, Kim Basinger. Seen that like it came out, and then and Die Hard. Die Hard I think was one of the first rated R movies I got to watch.
Oh really?
Oh yeah. My dad used to be like, he let him watch that rated R movies. Good. We used to watch like RoboCop and Predator. And
yeah. See, I let my kid, my oldest, I let him watch.
Yeah, about like 13 or something when we watched it.
Yeah.
But Moonlighting, of course, that was a big thing.
I know from Moonlighting.
And hey, speaking of Travolta, here we go. Look who's talking. Yeah.
That's right. He was Mikey. Oh,
yeah.
Was it Mikey?
It was Mikey. The Bonfire of the Vanities, The Last Boy Scout, which is still an awesome movie. Death Becomes Her. Striking Distance. Yeah, that's a good one. Color of Night. No, it's Color of Night is the one I was thinking of. And of course, 12 Monkeys. Mm-hmm. One of my favorites. I like that movie a lot.
Yeah.
Last Man Standing.
Yeah.
Good film. Fifth Element. The Jackal. Armageddon.
Whew. You stay busy.
Yeah, I watched that the other day, man. That's a long movie. Doesn't really hold up.
Armageddon? No. I didn't like it back then.
Oh, man. I liked it a lot. I remember watching it a lot when it came out in 96. And it's on Netflix now, finally. Mm-hmm. People wanted it on Netflix forever for some reason. And it's finally on there, and like I was watching it, I was like, God, this movie's cheesy.
You didn't think it was cheesy then?
I mean, it's just like you just salute an American flag when you watch that film.
Heck yeah.
But, and Ben Affleck tracing little animal crackers around the belly button, and I'm like, gross. Don't eat that. Yeah, it's Owen Wilson's in it. I didn't even remember him being in it.
Really?
He dies so fast. He dies like the second they go in space, pretty much.
Boom!
Yep. Unbreakable, which is a film I really like. Never got a sequel. Unbreakable. Heart's War, Tears of the Sun, Ocean's 12, he was in there, uncredited. Sin City, the big one.
Yeah. Sin City 2, is he in that?
Yeah. Grindhouse, Live Free, all Die Hard stuff like that. I'm trying to stick one other one that stood out. Oh, Cop Out, terrible.
Terrible Cop Out, huh?
Yeah, you never saw it?
No, I saw that couple of scenes you showed me.
Yeah, Red.
Yeah, I've seen Red.
Expendables, G.I. Joe Retaliation, where he plays G.I. Joe, pretty much. Joe. Yeah. And then apparently, stuff he has coming in there, working on, is Die Hard Year One.
Wow, another Die Hard?
He needs to be, like, I guess, training somebody else. I don't know.
I'll tell you, it's the same thing with,
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, like, man, these people are, like, getting ancient. At least, Bruce Willis not as ancient as, Harrison Ford, but.
Pretty old.
He in his 70s?
Yeah. Now, it's so perfect that you say that he's getting old and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's got kind of rugged, kind of old guy and stuff like that. Because you know what other movie he's actually, in post-production? He's in pre-production. He's been filming.
What's that?
Death Wish.
Death Wish?
Yeah. He's gonna be old Charles
Bronson. Heck yeah. And it better be some killing in this movie, Hollywood.
I want a hard R, man.
Oh, yes, indeed. Hard as heck.
Deadpool and stuff showed you that people want to see R movies.
Yeah.
Like so, do it.
Wish. I didn't know that. No.
All right. Next person, Uma Thurman. This is the first movie I can really remember seeing her in.
Nah, I've never seen her in anything else. Really? I didn't even know she was, wasn't she like a model or something? I didn't know she was in that.
She was an actress. Because after this, I was a young guy, stuff like that, so I was like, Mia Willis. I want to look up. She's like, she had some movie, Bonfire of the Vanities. It was a big one before that.
Yeah.
She was in Jennifer 8. She was in the Robin Hood movie.
Which one?
The older one, the 80s. No, sorry, not 80s. 91.
91 with the one with, whatchamacallit? With what's that dude's name, man?
I'll tell you. It's not the one you're thinking of.
Oh, it's not that one?
No, this is like a British one.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
But yeah, after she did Pulp Fiction, she was Beautiful Girls, Truth About Cats and Dogs. She was a Batman and Robin, Poison Ivy, terrible.
I haven't seen any of those.
Never seen Batman and Robin?
No.
Yeah, come on.
No. After that second Batman, I was done.
You never seen the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I've seen pieces of it.
Oh, I've seen it so many times, man. Like, it's like, for some reason, like, I'd be going on a retreat or going somewhere, and they're like, hey, we're going to put a movie on for y'all, and they like put Batman and Robin, and be like, oh god, no. And I never liked it then. I thought it was kind of silly now. Yeah. And now it's just atrocious.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to watch it.
Because it's so bad, huh?
There's a Batman credit card in that movie.
Batman credit card.
It's bad. They have nipples on the suit and like...
Yeah.
Yeah, and... it's so bad.
Woo! Why would you put nipples on a suit?
Because the director was...
Crazy?
Crazy about something.
Had a Batman fetish.
He definitely oversexed the movie and stuff like that, and very theatrical kind of stuff. Anyway, Gattaca, which have you seen that?
No.
Good movie. She was in the Avengers, not the Avengers you're thinking of. The British
one. Yeah, I heard of that movie. Hadn't seen it though.
Paycheck, Kill Bill 1 and 2. The producers. Trying to think of, oh god, movie 43.
Movie 43.
Yeah,
that sounds familiar.
It's terrible. Someone was like just not with the skits stuff.
So I think the only thing I've seen her in is this and Kill Bill. That's about it.
Right.
All the other stuff I hadn't seen.
A couple other people. Rosanna Arquette's in here.
Rosanna.
Frank Whaley.
Frank Whaley.
I will mention him because he's in one of my favorite films of the 80s. Career Opportunities.
Career Opportunities.
You ever seen that? 1991? Oh man. That's the movie that turned me into a man.
It turned you into a man. Who's in it?
It's basically him and Jennifer Connelly.
Really?
And they're locked in a Target overnight.
Yeah. And
she's like roller skating in those shorts. I mean, that pants and that shirt.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're not a man at that point, watch that and you just, life will change. We'll see. The flowers will smell different. The world will be better. Yeah. That's when she used to eat. That was before she was a, award-winning skinny actress. Anyway. Yeah, Pulp Fiction is overall, like critics and stuff, everybody generally liked it and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I want to just, right out the gate, I've already kind of like praised a little bit that it's a movie that I've watched a lot and I wouldn't have watched it so many times if I didn't have, strong feelings and, highly good opinion of it. Mm-hmm. What did you think of it actually sitting there and watching it after all this time?
I was surprised that I did like it. Because, in the past, when they played it, I didn't have interest. So, that's probably why I never really sat down and watched the movie. Mm-hmm. But, since I was like, okay, I have to watch for the podcast, I was surprised how good it was.
Okay. We'll dive into it, but, right at the top, who's your favorite character?
Oh, Samuel.
Samuel.
Yeah,
okay.
That's not bad.
Favorite scene?
Favorite scene, whatever Samuel's doing at that time. Like all of them, man.
Everything was Samuel?
Yeah, everything was Samuel. And I liked this, Samuel and John Travolta, I wish they had their own movie. I could just follow them around.
Jules and Vincent?
Yes.
Driving around?
Just have their own movie, man. Too bad that they come up. And they too old now because Vincent, we know what happened with Vincent in this movie.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that too. Okay. Any least favorite part that you could do without?
I did not like the two characters at the beginning. The diner people. Yeah, I didn't like either one of them.
Okay. That scene is a great set off for people to kind of see what they would think about the movie. Because, it starts off with a lot of dialogue and you're just kind of like, what is this movie about?
Yeah.
And when she pops up and she's just like, I'll execute every last one of you. And she's just, that voice comes out that you don't expect.
Yeah.
And I love that quick opening, it's got the, kind of radio tune knob and into the Tarantino music, I love the music he picks for his films is great.
Yeah.
It's always good. I'm a fan of this. Jackie Brown, I think Jackie Brown has some of my favorite songs from that time period and stuff like that, the 70s and stuff. He made me buy an Al Green CD. So, this movie also has you think it's over. Cause it's a long movie.
Yeah.
There's a couple parts where it has not a false ending, but you're just like, it's still going? Look at Lord,
What time is it?
Yeah. So I like that about it because, it's definitely appreciated. So a couple of things I want to talk about with this movie. So that we both like it. We both enjoy it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
we'll kind of talk about the characters and stuff. Because the movie, I wish they had a version of it where you can actually watch it in
order.
The chronological order.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can do that with Memento.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch it backwards. But I wish that somebody would cut it. I also wish somebody would cut. You ever seen Fight Club without Tyler Durden?
No.
It's on YouTube, but it's only like 2 or 3 minutes long, but it's a couple scenes, and they basically took a computer and they took Tyler out of the scenes.
Yeah.
And it's awesome because, like, he's fighting with himself and stuff, and it's just like, that's what's really happening, and it's just so cool, man. He's like talking to himself and everything. It's really awesome. So I wish they would do like chronological, because when you see this movie, you see the diner's the end.
Yeah.
Well, no, the diner's not the end.
No, oh, yeah.
Yeah, almost. Because it goes with, them going to get the case.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes to them, like, fixing all the problems they have from that. Then turning the case in. Then the boxer,
was
Butch.
Butch, yeah.
Butch doing his thing. And then it comes back to, like, after Butch, the stuff that happens with Butch is, like, the very end. So, it'd be kind of cool to see it. Like, I don't know how well it would work, if some of the dialogue would get messed up or whatnot. I don't think so.
No.
But, so we'll look at the characters. John Travolta, Vincent Vega. His character, like, he's kind of like, it's all about him. You know, he's like, Jules tries to save him.
Yeah.
You know, because, like, a lot of people think this movie has different meanings. One of the big things that people think are seeing this movie is spiritual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's more than one time where divine intervention comes into play.
Police.
So you have it where they get shot at in the house and the bullets miss them.
Yeah.
Which, if you notice, the bullet holes are already in the wall. It's a goof. But the bullets miss them. They got the part where the gun misfires in the car. A couple things like that. And it's like Jules sees it as a miracle.
Yeah.
But there's at least almost 3 times where, like, Vincent sees something like this and he doesn't acknowledge it. So once again, they get shot at the apartment. You know, when Mia almost dies. You know, and, like, he tells him, like, you know, he's like, I'm done. Kind of wraps up.
Yeah.
And Vincent has no part of it. And what happens to him? He dies. Now, the other thing about Vincent is all the bad stuff that happens kind of with Vincent is whenever he goes to the bathroom.
Yes.
So, he goes to the bathroom, he overdoses. He goes to the bathroom, the diner gets robbed.
Yes.
You know, he goes to the bathroom, comes out, he dies.
Yeah.
So, that man just...
Don't go in the bathroom.
Yep.
Unless you're at your own house, man. Don't go in the bathroom.
Yeah. With him and Mia, that scene, did you like their scene? Their
Yeah, I actually liked their part. And going into this, I was thinking I wouldn't go like Una Thurman as me, because I've seen the scenes where they're dancing and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
I've seen that stuff before, you know, different clips or whatever. So I assumed that I wouldn't like their part at all, and actually, you know, pretty enjoy after watching it in its entirety.
Right.
I thought it was pretty good, you know.
Yeah, good chemistry kind of between them and stuff like that. And I mean, someone who's like, I've gone on like different dates and stuff like that, and it just seemed like they had. You can tell when people are enjoying their time together and they're kind of interested in, like, where. And she says that one comment that I always liked, uncomfortable silences.
Yeah.
You know? But, I loved, like, especially and now I get older. When I watch movies, I just kind of watch it for the eye candy, you know, the big scenes.
Yeah.
The water cooler moments and stuff like that. But now, as an older, I would really kind of like pay attention to details and stuff like that. Looking for mannerisms, just like the way people, their eyes are, you know, acting and stuff like that. And, you know, the little things she was doing with her hands, stuff like that, that's like telling me either that was on her part or the director, but that little stuff stands out to me.
Yeah.
You know, just the body language and stuff. And, I think the settings is really cool. Like the diner they picked.
Yeah.
Because the Malibu that he's driving is, Tarantino's.
It's his car.
Yeah. That was stolen and he got it years back later. But that's, Tarantino and Four Rooms, they kind of talk about the car too. But yeah, that was Quentin Tarantino's actual car.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, their scene, I like their scene a lot. But did you think when they go back to their house, did you think like something was going to happen or you already knew? Well,
I hadn't seen it. I was hoping something was not going to happen. Like, dude, drop her off, you know, get out of there.
Right.
So cause you know, I mean, thinking, your boss, when he told a story about, who told it? Was it Vincent? I mean,
Jules.
No, Jules. Yeah. When he tells a story about the other guy.
Tony Rocky Horror.
You know, playing with our feet and all. I'm like, dude.
Foot massage. Foot massage. It's like
don't play with this chick, you know?
Right.
Just drop off and go.
Yeah, I did like that whole scene. That whole conversation is great, but, yeah, the whole scene with, they drop him off. Like, when they get there, they just had a good moment.
Yes.
And like, they're kind of like, when they're looking at each other at the thing, you kind of, man, there's something going to happen here.
Yeah.
And she's like, his best course of action is to get out of there.
Exactly.
And she's like, come on and get drinks, get music. Like, oh, man.
No, not drinks and music.
And you already know that place has cameras everywhere.
Yes,
like,
indeed.
it's going to get, but completely throws you in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she finds coke,
Yep.
heroin, and he's in the bathroom doing the right thing.
In the bathroom.
Go home. His problem is he's like, go home, masturbate and get out. So done in the bathroom there, and he was set. And like, got to go.
Oh my gosh. He left that girl alone with his jacket.
Yeah. See ya. And then she would have died anyway. But yeah, it's just a crazy scene because, man, when she comes out, he walks out.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the other part. They bring her to his friend's house.
Yeah. They always bringing these situations to their friend's house.
Lance's house. Hang on, prank caller. But yeah, crashes the car into the house. I also like the scene pre-hand too, because we're kind of talking about Vincent when he's at his house getting ready. He's buying the drugs.
Yes.
He's like, I'll do the Pepsi challenge anything. But he asks if he wants to stay and hang out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, which one? Well, shit in her face. He's like, no, that's my wife.
Yeah, right. He insulted me.
But yeah, Vincent, he winds up staying employed like he was in Amsterdam for a couple months, like 3 months, he said.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he stays in employment of Marcellus.
Yes.
They kind of never really say what Marcellus does. He's
Yeah.
just gangster, obviously in the betting and stuff. And,
Mm-hmm. They don't even show his face in the beginning.
No.
You see the back of his head?
You see the back of his head, which, that's the part I want to talk about. Yeah, you don't see him for quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you're led to believe that at the end, when, Jules goes on his own way, starts walking the earth like Cain, that Vincent stays in his employment and possibly that they do go together to, Butch's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And we get coffee or whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
But since Jules wasn't there, maybe Marcellus, or it was so personal, Marcellus wanted to be there, himself.
Yeah.
Because you do see he has other thugs.
Yes, he does.
Because he tells us, he's like, man, I want somebody popping out a bowl of rice. A cap in it. His character, man, and like I said, I liked him a lot. I think he's really good. I mean, not many characters pull off that hair look.
Yeah.
The hair he had. All right. Jules. That wallet that he had. Yeah. That was actually, Tarantino's wallet.
That was his wallet?
Yeah. You can actually buy that wallet. For the longest time, I thought it was so cool.
It's gotta be someplace, huh?
Yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah. But, yeah, he has the best lines in the movie.
Yeah.
Obviously. His whole biblical speech and stuff,
mm-hmm.
which is not, parts of that is in the Bible, but majority of it is not.
Yeah.
But, I remember when this movie came out, everybody was quoting that. And everybody's talking about it,
You serious?
Oh, yeah. And, what's your favorite? Just, you said every scene with him, but
yeah.
What stands out just when you're thinking about it? Man. Cause I can tell you,
you know exactly.
I can see exactly in my head.
Probably when he's eating the guy's burger.
That's exactly it.
That shows too.
Because it's not that part, it's the burger part.
It's the burger.
He's just like, Big Kahuna burger.
Yes.
But he bites his burger and then like, and then like he goes for the drink. He's like, can I have some of your beverage?
Yes.
But he drinks the whole thing and he's just like staring at him like. Now, something you probably didn't know is that, Marvin. Mm-hmm. Now what happens, cause it's in the screenplay.
Yeah.
They go there, and this might make you enjoy the movie more or whatever. Marvin was one of the associates, stuff like that. They worked with Marvin stuff. But, Brett was bragging about having the case and stealing the case and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Marvin told on him. So Marvin was set up, like Marvin was an associate of Jules
mm-hmm.
and Marcellus and told them that he had the case.
Yeah.
and that to come, and he was going to let him in because they don't knock. They're standing at the door, and well, they get there, and it's not time yet, so they're waiting for a time for it because he's going to unlock the door at a certain time.
Okay.
So when they get there, they get there. It's not it's not time, so they go and they talk about foot massage a little bit more, and then they go to the door, and they're standing there right when he just goes and he locks it, and they walk in.
Okay.
And then Marvin's kind of standing against the wall.
Yeah.
And then Jules is pissed at him because he asks where the case is. Marvin's like, it's over there.
Yeah.
And that's when he turns around. He's like, I asked you a goddamn thing. And, cause he's already mad, so that's kind of stuff you don't know unless you kind of.
Yeah. That makes sense. Cause why they kill everybody else and they take Marvin with them. And then Marvin's kind of relaxed when he's riding with them. It's not like, oh my God, they're going to kill me. He's kind of like, having conversation with them.
Cause he was a snitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he gets shot. But yeah, that's Phil Lamar. We didn't talk about him, but yeah, you don't see his face a lot, but you've heard his voice. I mean, he's pretty much almost half the DC heroes, Martian Manhunter.
Wow.
Yeah, he does hundreds and hundreds of cartoon voices and stuff. So, but, yeah, that's my favorite scene with Jules. The whole shooting the guy. The whole conversation there is classic. Also, like the part where it always makes me laugh is when they're cleaning the back of the car. He's just like, why am I in the back?
Why am I in the back?
It's like, he says I'm TNT or whatever. He's like,
well, I'm in the back, yeah.
And, of course, he had to have Quentin Tarantino pop up in his own movie.
Yep.
Pops up in all of his own movies. So. All right. Marcellus, like I said, have you heard any of like the folklore about the suitcase? Let's talk about it. Okay.
No.
What do you think's in the suitcase? Asha?
I don't know, some golden calf or something. I have no idea. Because they just open it and whatever it is giving off light.
Right. Okay. Well, there's, if you go online, there's basically 2 or 3 theories that come out. The biggest one that is Marcellus Wallace's soul.
Wow.
In the case. For a couple of reasons. One, combination 666. Supposedly the devil takes the soul out of your body, out of the back of your neck.
Yeah. That's what a band is.
Yeah. And, it's like his soul in there or whatever. And there's like the biblical stuff in there. You can Google that and it'll pop up. You can type in Pulp Fiction briefcase and you probably see soul pop up right away. Because they've never said what's in the case.
Yeah.
You never see it.
You never see it, yeah.
Well, that has been this huge discussion for years and years. And, it's been pretty much debunked. I mean, obviously it's not in the case of what's in the case.
Yeah.
As for the Band-Aid, I was watching the behind the scenes stuff and it basically, Ben Rames shaved his head.
He cut himself.
And he had cut himself, so he had a Band-Aid. And they were getting ready to do the scene. He was going to take it off. And Tarantino was just like, oh no, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. That looks good. That looks great.
That's real. That's real life.
Cocaine or whatever. That looks great. Get out there, So that's why the Band-Aid was there, because Tarantino liked it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool because the way they were like, especially with the shot of him. Yeah. And think about it. If they really wanted you to think something happened, he had a soul taken out of his neck, they would have done a scar, or stitches, or, like something else, not a piece of plastic Band-Aid. This kind of stuff. And it's not in the Bible anywhere. There's not a verse in the Bible about devil taking souls out of the neck.
Nowhere.
So that's just something that somebody made up, and a lot of people stuck with it. Like, oh, okay. The other thing is that people say that it's gold, like bricks of gold or doubloons or, something.
Yeah.
That's also been kind of like debunked because it's not heavy. It's just like lumping around. But because of the light, it shines off and stuff like that. But everybody sees something everybody kind of reacts kind of
differently, yeah.
So when they asked Quentin Tarantino what's in the case, he said it's whatever you want to be in the case. So that seems simple enough. Okay. It's whatever I want it to be.
I want to be a soldier.
Well, then people have broken that down and been like, oh, is it whatever the person wants it to be? Or is it whatever I want it to be?
Yeah.
The viewer. So that's been broken down as well too. Because if it's whatever the person opens it wants to be, then nobody else knows what's inside of it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense that when Vincent opens it, that Jules says, are we happy? Because he wouldn't know what the hell he's seeing. So, so it's whatever the viewer wants it to see. So if you want it to be a golden calf, it's a golden calf, you know. If you want it to be more Sawale, it's, you know, it's a soul.
It's soul, yeah.
What's actually in the case is a yellow light bulb with 2 batteries. But some of the other things that people have pointed out, which is kind of interesting, is the color orange in the film. Is a lot of people, almost every character in the movie wears orange at one point in time. Marcellus Wallace has an orange shirt on later on. I can't remember his name. Quentin Tarantino's character is wearing an orange bathrobe. There's you see a lot of color orange stuff everywhere. Now, I didn't even notice it until after being told it and rewatching it this time. Whenever they execute, Brett, they shoot him, they kill him. Whenever they shoot the guns, it does orange strobe light, like orange lights.
Really? Yeah.
And like, it's just something your brain doesn't even notice until somebody tells you it. You're watching, like, and that's not shown in any other gun scenes or whatever. It's just during that one scene. So that's something else that people have been like, oh, what's the goal? You know? So, I mean, people have tried to make the movie deeper than it is. Yeah. But Tarantino wanted to make a film that was, like, the case itself is a MacGuffin. You know, it's a plot device where you get different reactions from different characters. Yeah. You know, everybody sees it in something like, you know, they see it in, I'm trying to think of their names now. Pumpkin and, Honey Bun. You know, they see it and like, they're like, oh, you know, is that what I think it is, you know? So it's to lead that something about you. But, and Jules doesn't want anything to do with it. You know, so it's just like a plot device to move, like, you know, give different motivation to the character and stuff like that. So you said you didn't like the diner scene at all, or you just didn't like the characters?
I just didn't like the characters. I wanted them to be killed. The second, I was like, okay, someone kill these people.
Wanted Vincent to come out of the bathroom and shoot him?
Anybody kill him. I didn't care who it was. I mean, I was thinking, all in California or this some other place where, you know, everybody has a gun. Right. I was hoping somebody would just go bam, you know, and then go back to eating their breakfast. I couldn't stand them.
Now, what did you think about when it first came around in full circle? So, like, you've seen it at the beginning and you're just like, was that a throwaway scene, kind of, you know? Just to kind of get the movie started. And then, like, when you're watching the end and they're eating breakfast, and then all of a sudden.
Yeah. Shucks, I don't know. I just know I didn't like him at the beginning, and by the time they came full circle, I was like, are these people again? But then, you know, stuff started moving and everything, and I was still hoping that, you know, Jules would kill him. You know.
He would have any other day, that's what he says.
Yeah.
It's like, you caught me on that.
Maybe Pulp Fiction 2, you can kill him.
Yeah, a lot of people always for the longest time wanted a sequel to this movie. Like, just more of that. Yeah. And that's kind of what people were hoping when Jackie Brown was going to come out. It was going to be another movie with dialogue like you've never seen before. You know, cause like, the whole car scene, you know, people love the car scene. You're talking about freaking, Big Macs. Yes. Royale with cheese, you know? Like, I didn't go into McDonald's.
Royale with cheese.
They put mayo all over it. Ooh. So, yeah, that's like that. People love that kind of the Quentin Tarantino dialogue and stuff, which he's known for. And literally, like, a lot of people wanted, like I was saying, like, about Jackie Brown, a lot of people wanted that to be, like, a successor kind of to that. And, like, I've grown to, like, I really grown to like it over the years. I didn't like when it first came out. Like, I didn't really like Samuel Jackson's character, you know, I didn't like, but now I like his character a lot. Yeah. You know, he's just the chase, you know. Yes. I love the whole scene with, oh God, what's that? Chris Tucker.
Chris Tucker? Oh.
Remember that? Because he's playing he's like, come on, man, let's go take a ride. Hop in that truck. Like, that's another movie. So about this other thing about this movie. And I know there's one part I want to tell you about. What was in the case? What was your least favorite part? Because besides the diner?
Besides the diner? Shucks.
Nah, I could say like
that diner, man.
The parts that I've never really liked, and that it's just kind of weird, and like even today, I kind of go back. I don't like Butch and I can't remember his girlfriend's name. Trudy?
The time they spent at the apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like their conversation and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's just too long.
Yeah. It's a little bit on. And then like, what about, when what's his face showed up? Were you surprised? When it's a flashback with Butch as a kid and Christopher Walken comes in.
Yes.
What did you think about that scene? The gold watch.
The gold watch. I didn't. That one. That's probably something else. It almost as if it almost didn't fit, or maybe because they didn't do much with. Because it seemed like the movie was basically about. I want to see more of Jules, Vincent, Marcellus. I felt like the movie was more about them, and almost like Butch was just added to it.
Well, it's definitely like you get the whole very strong Jules and Vincent stuff all at the beginning. You know, you got the Mia part, you got the getting the case back and stuff like that, and then it kind of fades out, and like all of a sudden it's just like this little kid in front of the TV with the Todo Bo's alive, you know, like a little cartoon, and like all of a sudden Christopher Walken comes in, you're like, what is happening? You know?
Yes,
and it cuts back to Butch, you know, and it's got that. It's a lot of like you're like catching up, like you're like almost like what's happening, you know, and then like. All of a sudden, it's this girl driving the cab, which comes out of nowhere.
Yes, yeah.
She picks him up, and nothing ever really comes to that, you know. But like, it's like a big scene between those two. You know, she's like, "Oh, you're the boxer. What's it like to kill someone?" You know, and she never reappears again. It's just like
she drops him off, and that's it.
That's it. Well, he and then from there, Butch, you know, you find out about the watch, and she forgot it. But she knows every little detail about, you know, it's on a little kangaroo and the stand and stuff like that. So he has to go back to his apartment. Yep. And I like that whole scene, that long shot of him parking the car.
Yeah, going through the
fence stuff like that, because it's cool because, you know, of course you don't want to park in front. And he goes in the apartment and like, it feels like, you know, you catch your breath. Like everything's fine, man. I thought something bad was going to happen. And then he sees the toast, the Pop-Tarts come out. And it's of course in the bathroom again. Yeah. And then, like, it's such a cool thing, cause like, he kills him, and you're like, oh man, you know, that was crazy, that was intense. Yeah. And you're like, I guess it's all smooth sailing from here. He comes straight across Marcellus. I like that scene a lot. Yes, because Marcellus is just crossing, he's just like, oh. And then get the music playing and everything and stuff. Yeah. And that's where he's wearing his orange.
His Marcellus with that car.
Oh yeah. And then you get to meet Zed.
Oh boy. Zed is dead.
Bring out the gimp.
Oh my god. This goes to this box and pulls this guy out.
See, and for me, when I was watching it a long time ago, I watched it so many times, I kind of thought they were in a different location. I don't know why, but my brain thought they took them somewhere. Yeah. I had kind of forgot that they were underneath the pawn shop. Because to me, I'm just like, man, they would got cops are good. There's a wreck. Cops are looking for them, so it's not. They didn't get too far. So, anyway, they're in there and freaking Zed shows up and eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Now, so they take him in there, they bring out the gift part of the thing of the box.
Like, yeah, cause like they're both knocked out and they wake up, they got like, those ball gags and they're tied to these chairs and like, just imagine what be going through your head. And then get the gimp and they pull the dude out of a box. Oh hell. It just got worse.
What did you think about when that happened? Son, close your eyes.
Oh my gosh. Cause like, I remember the scene when, Butch opens the door. I'd seen that scene before, but everything before and after that I had never seen. Cause when I saw that part, what the hell is going on in this movie? And then, I don't know if I turned it off or left the room or something. Yeah. So I watched it through. So I knew it was coming. Yeah. You know, I just didn't know how it got there. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. You know, which one has his sword and everything, you know.
Yeah, there's our friend had a shirt that had bring out the gimp and had but, yeah, so he breaks loose, you know, he gets the sword, of course. Yeah. And I love that part because he's like looking for a weapon and he's like, oh, you know.
Yeah, I know. And he's taking it, of course, you know, he had no reason to hurry. Right. I'm like, man, Marcellus is getting tortured down there. You just, let's see, I want this. Nah, this ain't big enough. And you get like a chainsaw or something. Yeah. You know, the first thing he grabbed, I think, was a hammer. I was hoping he'd grab a gun. For some reason, I thought he shot him. But it was Marcellus who had the gun later.
Picks up the gun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call some pothole here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go medieval, and that was another line that was famous for this.
I'm gonna be evil with your ass.
Now, the other thing that's funny is like, or interesting is he tells him never say a word about it, you know. He's like,
that scene when it gets quiet, and then Butcher's like, "We good?" Like, what do you say? Like, "I good. I saved your life. I would just leave."
Right.
Okay, I'm out of here. I wouldn't even ask, "Are we good?" I'm just get out of here.
Here's a pillow. But so you ask him if he's good, but then like, you know, keep a secret.
Yeah.
And like, he had the scene. It was just, I just thought it was kind of funny when I didn't think, cause he asked him what's in the case. Mm-hmm. This is going back to the diner.
Yeah.
He's like, my boss has dirty laundry.
Yes.
I was like, dirty laundry is another word for secrets.
Yeah.
You know, so I was just like, man, I've seen his secrets. Just a bunch of pictures of that.
We got some more secrets to add to it.
Yeah. What were you saying after that?
Woo!
I'm trying to think about it because I'm thinking about I was thinking about the order of the film. Cause yeah. The way it goes, because I'm thinking about the scene where he's like, does he look like a bitch?
Yeah, exactly. Because all that happens before that happens.
Before it happens. Let's splice those two together. But Mrs. Wallace.
Hey, I can go back to that scene there. Watch that again.
Oh, allow me to retort.
Did I break your concentration?
Great scene, man. And he's freaking... He's like, Jerry Crow, man.
Yeah, cause I was wondering how they gonna do that scene when they were washing him down. So that Jerry Crow's gonna get wet and all messed up. How that wig is gonna look when he's short again. Like that.
And yeah, you never see Bonnie.
Oh, man.
It's like, the part that cracks me up because he just kind of jump around. He's like, I used the same towel. I took it out. Yeah. I love Sam in this movie, man. Like, that's him at his best. You know, like, when you've seen, like, a lot of his stuff, you know, it's just him yelling and getting rid of it.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah, there's an interview with, Quentin Tarantino, last thing about the case, where they actually asked him, it was like, MySpace video. It's probably one of the ones you find online.
Wow.
And they ask him what's in the case, and he's just like, all right, I'll tell you, you know, finally, once and for all, you know, I'll tell you what's in the case. And he's like, it is. And then, like, it cuts out. And then, like, the comes back in, and the other guy's like, oh, man, that explains everything. It makes all your movies look so different and stuff now. So it's just a big joke. And, you know, there's nothing in it. Tarantino told Phil Lamar when they were filming it, because he asked him what was in the case, and told him the exact same thing. Whatever you wanted to be.
Whatever you wanted
to be. So, what would you give Pulp Fiction?
Definitely an 8.
8?
Yeah. Almost a 9.
Almost a 9?
Yeah.
I'll give it a solid. I'll give it a 9.
You a 9?
I give it a 9 because, like, it's a movie that, like, it really takes me back to, like, kind of getting out of high school, you know, like, right, well, I was in high school when it came out, but, like, it was a movie I watched a lot. I had the Pulp Fiction poster on my wall.
Yeah.
And, you know, everything with the old style, you know, Uma Thurman laying down. I had that poster for the longest time. And it was a movie that I enjoyed putting on, and, like, we would quote it all the time and stuff. Friends would say something stupid, and they'd be like, oh, well, allow me to retort. It made me a fan of a lot of the people in here. Like I said, it made me want to watch anything that Samuel Jackson was tied to after that.
Yeah.
You know, even Travolta. I wasn't before that. The only thing I've really seen Travolta in was Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking. Yeah.
You know, and like Blind Date, but I didn't remember much of that. That was when he had hair. No, sorry, I'm saying Bruce Willis. John Travolta. I hadn't seen anything with him really. And then after that, like, I kind of watched a lot of stuff after that came out with him, like Face Off and Broken Arrow, because, like, this guy's pretty good.
Start doing his action stuff.
Yeah. That's kind of a thing for him. So, I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's not hard to find at all. I think it's on just about everything. And we'll be back on, say what we're doing next.
Shucks, man. I have no idea. I don't think we really talked about what we're going to do next.
We'll have to add it on at the end.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can email us at nvnpodcast@yahoo.com. Check out our friends in the 80s at 80ers Visited. Join us next time. We'll be reaching to another movie that we've seen. This time since this is a movie that James has never seen before now in all its entirety, we'll see another movie. We'll see a movie that I haven't seen in its entirety. So we'll figure it out and we'll add it on in. And join us next time. I'm John.
James.
Thanks for listening.
I mean, I don't think about anything. I want to ask you a question. When you came pulling in here, did you notice a sign out in the front of my house that said dead African American storage?
Jimmy, you know I ain't seen no.
Did you notice a sign in the front of my house that said dead
African American
storage?
No, I didn't.
You know why you didn't see that sign?
Why?
Because it ain't there, because storing dead
African Americans
ain't my
Rudy Toot Tootin'
business, that's why.